Hi, we're going to be talking about social responsibility today, so stick around. Hey guys, it's Day with Spanglish Generation. Welcome. Pasa, siéntate como en tu casa. If you're new and you have discovered Spanglish Generation, I urge you to look around through the channel. If you like the content and you think it's of value and it should be supported, please make sure you subscribe, you like, you share, you comment, etc. I'm trying to get by to 3,000, 2,500, 3,000 by the end of 2023. Let's see if we can do it. Today, we're going to be talking about social responsibility versus personal responsibility. And I've been thinking a lot about this lately. Like literally, this narrative has been going on in my head. And I think that I just need to talk to you about it. Because a great emphasis is being placed on social responsibility. Like for the past, I would say 3 years, social responsibility, that phrase, has been on the forefront of so many things. I don't know if you've heard of ESG, the environmental and social governance, which is like a score given to companies. A score given to companies based on their social responsibilities. That includes inclusivity, diversity, initiatives, and departments, making sure they have a diversity and inclusivity department. Es una palabra, inclusivity, yes, right? Inclusiveness. And making sure that they are doing their best to protect the environment, environmental social governance, ESG. But besides that, you hear this phrase being just tossed around. And in my mind, lo primero que me viene a la mente es, are we losing sight of what's important? And you may say, well, social responsibility is very important. When I go to the YMCA, there it is, right, huge on the wall. Social responsibility, among other things, but huge social responsibility. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being socially responsible and taking accountability as a society for the things that need to be changed and the things that need to evolve. But are we forgetting about personal responsibility, which in my opinion is the root of it all? Because tossing around this whole situation of social responsibility takes away the responsibility, or I feel that people suddenly feel that social responsibility, it should be taken care of as a whole. So why should I care if everybody as a whole should care? Pushing social responsibility and the narrative of social responsibility over the narrative of personal responsibility, in my opinion, leads people to not take as much accountability for their own actions because they expect society to have to agree as a whole or solve it as a whole or have a solution for it, because that's the responsibility of society, aka most of the time, the government. We're not placing enough emphasis, enough importance on personal responsibility, because that's where it all starts. It seems like these days people are not taking accountability. They're not being held accountable for their own actions. And they're not seeing how their personal actions impact society. Social responsibility can only be a thing if personal responsibility is first the thing. And are we losing the battle? Because the more we focus on social responsibility, the more we lose focus on personal responsibility. In a society, each person needs to be and feel, not only be, needs to feel responsible for being a good contributor, for being of value. But we're not seeing that. We're just seeing people, again, that expect society to be responsible and other people to be responsible. But more and more, we're seeing people that don't want to take any responsibility. They don't want to do the dirty job, the hard job, which is get out there and contribute to society, to be a good human being, to be a person that actually thinks of how they can be of positive impact to others, regardless whether you agree with them or not. It's really sad that today we have just turned away from being responsible, from having a sense of mission, from pursuing our calling. Like the calling these days seems to be just making money, hustling, buying brand things that are name brand, that are expensive, and posting them, of course, because if you don't post them, it means that they don't exist. You need to make sure that other people realize what you got. It seems like we feel we're responsible for those things, for showing off, for faking, for pretending that we live a life that looks like other lives that we see on the media. Well, we're not taking the responsibility to spend the time to find ourselves and find our mission in life, which goes beyond. It has nothing to do with the things that you can acquire. It has to do with what you can offer the world. We that are raising children, I think it's our mission to let them know that they are responsible for themselves. Society is not responsible for them. They have to be responsible for themselves within the society and make sure that they grow up to be human beings. Of course, we can never guarantee that they'll grow up to be whatever we raise them to be, but the possibilities are greater that they will be great human beings, fair and just human beings, and happy human beings if you raise them the right way. The odds are better. But you have to do the part of raising. You have to do the part of guidance. I feel like so many people walk around without guidance, and not guidance from now. It's they didn't have the guidance from the beginning, from the parents, from the roots, from their village. And they just go on and spread this misguided life, self concept. And you may say, well, it's all relative. What works for some doesn't work for others. I agree. But there's a general rule. Just think about it. If you find yourself from time to time looking to the outside for a solution, thinking that a politician or a religious figure is going to solve your issues, how many people voted for Biden thinking that? I remember when Biden was running, and I was doing a credit application for a loan that I needed at that moment. The person said to me where I was applying, you should just wait a little bit to see if Biden wins, because they say that he's going to forgive the student loans. At that time, I still had my student loans. Thank goodness I've taken care of that. Because how many people voted for Biden because he was going to forgive their student debt? Because they feel that social responsibility includes taking care of the people within the society and their debts. No, responsible, a person that's responsible and personally responsible assumes their debt and takes care of it and doesn't wait for society to take care of their debt. A person that is responsible within a society will take care of their family. And if society needs to jump in at one point, we will gladly, as a community, pitch in and help whoever needs help. Absolutely. But that shouldn't be the norm. Society shouldn't have to be responsible as a whole for everybody within it. No, everybody should be responsible for themselves. And that's how the society builds itself to be stronger. We have weak societies. We have weak communities. We have weak everything. And it starts with weak individuals because weak families, we have lost the concept of a strong family that raises people that go out in the world to conquer the world, to do good, whose goals go beyond buying things, whose goals go beyond pursuing material things, because they want to achieve greatness within themselves, and they want to help others achieve greatness within themselves. I hope I'm not sounding crazy. Thank you for watching. You guys are amazing. I love you. Bendiciones.